Hi, Aries. Welcome to your quantum reading. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. As always, welcome to my cross watchers. Cross watcher, you could be dealing with an Aries. The message could be for you. So feel free to take it however resonates with you and your situation. Keep in mind that these are general and timeless readings. If you guys are wanting to check out any of my services, they are located down below in the description box. So just, you can subscribe your email to my website. That way you'll always get an email notification every time, whatever, my availability opens up or any of that. Okay. Okay, I want one more because there's, okay, 4. Okay. Oh, also, you guys can follow me over on Instagram. That information is also down below. Okay, no more. No more. This is... I was, like, hoping that there would be another card to pop out other than a court card, but okay. Never mind. There's just a lot of peeps involved in this situation. Okay. Okay. Yeah, if you guys want to jump over to my Instagram, hold on. I post more things on quantum physics and things that I play around with alchemically over there. If you decide to leap over, just know occasionally I get scammers. So, if you get a follow request from an account that is posing to be me, which first of all you shouldn't, because I will never do that, just know you can always check down below in the description box for a reference to all my social media links. I have nothing other than that. Okay, and if that does pop up, just know I will never DM you for personal readings, money, or donations. So if any of that pops up in your little reality, please report and block. And thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing. Thanks for all the ways you've supported the channel. Let's dive in. Okay, so this is a lot. We have the Maiden of Pentacles. Okay, I was like, I kept pulling cards because I was hoping there would be another card that would come out to kind of talk about what's going on. If there were 3 dynamics, but this feels like a lot of people are involved in some way. And there's also, okay, look, the only Wands one is the Maiden of Wands. So for my sanity, I'm going to say that's you. All right. But take whatever placement you need to. There's a person here that is researching deeply into something, okay? Trying to find information. Because something, and especially the fact that it came out with the maidens, there's an energy here that could be going through a little bit of an internal struggle. I don't know if this is like legit 5 people. I don't know if that's the situation, but we have the Knight of Cups, which is a person who's like, here's this proposition. There could be something here about romance or heart's desire. Okay. And then there's this learning process, which might be a little bit uncomfortable. But there's a person trying to research something. So if something could have been presented here, first off, I feel like the Maiden of Wands, sometimes the way I see her is a little bit of like, it can be flirtatious. It can also be a person that's very charismatic and charming, you know, like, I know that's the same word, but also on the opposite side, it can be a very fiery reaction to something. Okay. And what, we'll keep moving on. So we have the King of Cups. Okay. Very interesting. And then the Empress is here, which I'm going to put her down here because I just can't handle all these cards. Okay. I'm definitely going to start pulling these because... Let's see. Okay, so hold on. Let me pull these first so I can get a scenario. Too many. All right, I'll do that. Okay, Page of Swords and the King of Swords. You know, we just had the King of Swords in the weekly thing that I did. The one for all signs. Oh, okay. Dang. Okay. Ugh. All right. So, Page of Swords is like... And this King of Swords. This is so funny because this is like a person who's watching but doesn't look like they're watching, okay? And then we have here this Tower card. And the way I've been talking about it recently, especially with this deck, that's why I love this deck too. This tower looks like a pedestal, and this is like an energy that gets knocked off the pedestal, which can be egoic, super ego, shamana. I've been seeing, anyway. So we have the Eight of Cups and the Chariot card. Okay. One more. Temperance. Okay. Oh, and the Sun card. Actually, that's appropriate. All right. So, okay. For some reason, I'm seeing that this Eight of Cups is somehow connected to all these energies. Okay. Because it could be that maybe there was a connection to a bunch of different energies. Like when I see the Eight of Cups, obviously it's after the Seven of Cups. So that could be talking about, usually it's like choices and options, but it can also be like dealing with a lot of different energies. A lot of them were presenting themselves, a lot were coming forward. And what I've been seeing play out, in fact, I'm going to make a video about this for the whole energy, and you might be getting a glimpse of this. But what I've been seeing play out a little bit, because this Knight of Cups could be feeling like an energy that's presenting itself that's very emotionally vulnerable and open, and has something like either an idea, they might be feeling like it's either you feeling this towards someone else or someone else feeling this toward you. It really depends on your guys' situation. But when the Empress is coming in, and normally if it was a different time, the Venus the Venus craziness going on right now, which it's nothing too crazy, but when Pluto retrograde comes up, sometimes it can reflect something in psychological, so in the psyche. And I think that the deeper part of this is this can go to any type of dynamic involving a mother. So that could be something that's playing out right now at this time. So like, okay. There's an energy here that is like very happy or in the spotlight, but also could be going through a tower. I don't know if it's you, Aries. Like, maybe you're just making progress, but there could be an energy if you're like keeping tabs on someone, because they could be connected to, since we have the King of Cups over here, there's an energy that's like, you could be trying to focus a lot on your self-care. When the Empress comes in, that's remothering yourself, reparenting yourself from any type of childhood wounds. And that could be happening right now at this time, that you're ultra focused on pulling in information with the Maiden of Pentacles. That's why I was saying you could be reading a lot or trying to dive into different topics. Maybe something came up recently. There could be certain things that are maybe signs in your reality, or maybe it's a conversation that you hear and something kind of like catches your attention, and there's something there about researching into something, because it might kind of take you down a specific path through just diving into the information, because I'm seeing that you're searching for something specific, maybe something that's going to catch your attention, that would help you to come into the Empress mode if that's your process. But I'm seeing this thing, if this isn't multiple energies, which I wouldn't be surprised if it was, because there could have been something here about connecting with others to see if like you could find something, but that never really results into anything. So now there could be this process of coming back to yourself and figuring out, okay, like now how do I find, it's nowhere outside of me, so now how do I get back within? And I think we can just go through this occasionally as humans, is for a while you get caught that like there are answers or people outside of yourself that carry the answer. And sometimes that can happen from childhood, you know, like, but if your parents didn't have the resources or the knowledge to like approach their self-care in the proper alchemical way, which is why I think that we're moving into this Aquarian age, which is an insane amount of information overload. I'll admit it. Like, you know, I'm not going to get into that, but totally, like we have access to information that we never had years and years ago. So as far as the evolution that's going to take place for us as humans is going to be crazy to watch, like how we evolve, what we're going to evolve into. But that's why I'm seeing for a while that could have just been the process that you were going through. Like maybe there could have been an energy that came into your life. Maybe one of these energies that you were playing came into your reality, but they could have thrown you off your process. Maybe they tried to assert themselves as being the all-knowing somehow in your reality. And for a while, it's just, I don't know what it is, to be honest. Like sometimes I've tried to sit and figure out what it is quantum physically that happens when you're, okay, let me put it in this way, because you guys know I love Ken Wilber. He's one of my favorite like teachers. And he talked about how the occupational hazard for females in this reality is to get ultra focused on other. And occupational hazard for males is to become ultra focused on self. So when that happens, especially in a specific dynamic that you're dealing with, because I am seeing like a love offer, it depends on what's going on in the whole, how much you're truly connected to yourself, because that is what will happen. If you are too focused on outside, then an energy will specifically turn away from you, which I'm kind of seeing over here. There's an energy not focused on the other. And that could be causing even internal towers, like people kind of getting thrown off pedestals. Maybe it's also too because there are things that are coming out in this awareness, but I do see that whatever is coming out here, maybe it's just realizing that there's an energy that, you know, someone's walking away here. Eight of Cups is usually, there's a tower that came in, and now someone is walking away. And Chariot is also travel and movement, and then Temperance here. So it could even be too that there's another energy like on the side. Could be a family member. It could, whoever this King of Cups is, it could be just another energy that has a really big struggle being able to deal with emotionally expressing repressed emotions. And that entanglement, that being, deciding to be in mesh with that person, typically, like I would say if the King of Cups has some form of internal trauma and they're trying to cover it up, because I've talked about King of Cups, like you see how he's drinking? I love how I do this psychological breakdown with all these pretty simple cards, but it's an oral fixation or addiction. And that's why every time an emotion tries to resurface, there's an energy here that represses that with a habit that will take them out of consciousness. And it actually keeps them from truly elevating. And that could be the awareness that's coming in. It's either you or someone else. I would say rely on it more being for you rather than someone else, because like you could be waiting ages for people to come to awakenings. But as far as your own, I mean, this Page of Swords and the King of Swords might be like new information that keeps coming in. I keep getting that with the Maiden, these Maiden cards in the page at the beginning. It feels as though there's a new energy that's coming in. It might actually make you feel like progress is available in your situation in a specific avenue. For some of you guys, it could be monetary, since we have the Maiden of Pentacles, but it could be that now you've got something to dive into. You've got something that's going to come in that's going to help you to feel like you're on your path again, like you're actually going in the right direction and going to move forward into success. But this is like the most alchemical piece, because there could be energies that are, I would pay attention to conversations, you know, people that you talk to. Maybe that it feels like it's random, but it might be actually these interesting moments that come in that you are talking to what seems like a complete stranger, but things feel very like synchronistic about it, and this person might bring up certain things that spark you, or it just hits a note inside of you. It does something. And so I would follow those paths. Be open to conversations with random people, like strangers or people that you don't know. Obviously be safe, but you might actually have a significant, this could be a conversation here at this beginning, maybe with a person that there might be an age difference here, and there could be someone here that brings something to light. It could bring this tower moment. And then all of a sudden there are these realizations that are taking place, but it's ultimately going to lead to this, which I like, the Sun card, leading to this happiness, being in the spotlight, kind of like feeling back to being yourself again. Anyway, let me dive into the extended. I'll see whatever else wants to come out. If you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Go down below. Click on the Vimeo link and I'll see you over there. But Aries, if this is where we leave things, I'm sending you so much love, wishing you all the very best, and I'll see you in your next reading. Take care.